Lillian, don't you have anything fun to do? What? Don't be so reckless. What exactly is fun for you? Like, going out to eat at a fancy restaurant. Maybe a trip somewhere? If I were to travel, I'd probably plan to go next month. Really? By the way, where are you going? Cancun. Cancun? So you're going to the beach? I don't know the exact schedule yet, but I think I'll go to the beach. That's nice. I've never been to Cancun. This is going to be my first time. It's not good if it's just you. Then why don't you plan a trip with your family? We can't afford to travel, so we don't. We're not as wealthy as your family, you know. Not that we're wealthy either. By the way, have you found your hotel yet? Of course. Looks like it's a place called Great Hotel. Wow! I just checked it out, and it's a damn nice hotel. I think I'll take along, too. Stop that. Addison, last time when you went to Hannah's family trip, didn't they get pissed off with you during the flight? Haven't you learned your lesson yet? Well, that wasn't my fault. It's Hannah's fault for being so narrow-minded and angry over something like that. After all, I even paid her back for the travel expenses. She still won't make eye contact with me, you know? Isn't it awful? No, I think it's clearly your fault. Didn't Hannah say that she no longer wants you to tag along? Still, you keep trying to have it your way, right? You even came without any money. It seemed like Hannah had no choice but to pay for you. Don't talk about it. I did eventually pay the money back. I have done nothing wrong. But Addison, what about the lunch money that we covered for you? And also that time when we went shopping together? You still haven't paid it back, have you? Hey! What day is your trip next month? Can we not change the subject, please? Yeah. I'll pay you back the money later. Just wait a little longer. When exactly is a little more? If you tell me the dates of your trip, then I'll tell you when I can pay you back. We're going on a trip on the 3rd, 4th, or 5th next month. All right. So, when will I get my money back? Once I'm able to. You can't answer with that. Sorry, I gotta do some errands. I'll see you later. Oh God, you're always like this when it's not convenient for you. On the day of the trip. Hey, Lillian! Today's the day of the trip, right? Yes, but you remembered it well. Of course. How could I forget? Our mom's club schedule is like my schedule, you see. No, I don't understand. So, why did you contact me? I wondered what you and the others were doing. I don't think it matters to you what we do. It has something to do with me. Yes? Hey! What time are you arriving at the hotel? Maybe in another hour or so? Why do you ask that? Actually, we're coming to the Great Hotel with our family, too. The hotel is much nicer than it looks in the picture. I'm glad you're there. Huh? Did you really follow me? It's obvious, isn't it? I can enjoy Cancun for free, you know? How could I not follow? What do you mean for free? We're not paying for your travel expenses. How can you say that? You're going to pay for me, aren't you? I will never pay. I told you then that I don't want you to take the flight. Because I wanted to go on a trip to Cancun too. It would be unfair if only you and your family went. You're so far out to touch with common sense. My family is so happy. Thank you. I'm stunned. I'm just impressed with your energy. Thank you. I don't mean that as a compliment. I mean, Great Hotel is a popular hotel. Have you been able to make a reservation since then? As soon as I asked you about your travel plans, I checked the hotel reservations, but none of the rooms were available at that time. But when I looked this morning, I saw that one was available, so I booked it right away. So now you're at the hotel? That's right. I got a suite with the same day reservations. I love luxury hotels. I'll leave the payment to you. I'll have the front desk added up for you. I can't. It's my husband's company trip. What? That's the first time I've heard of that. Why didn't you tell me? No, I don't have to tell you anything, do I? But you're also going, right? Yeah. I was allowed to come along because I'm family, so I'm bringing my whole family along, too. Thank goodness. You're there, so I'm relieved. How can that be? As I said before, I won't pay for your and anyone else's travel expenses, okay? But we only brought enough money for transportation, so I wasn't going to be able to pay for the trip. That's your fault, isn't it? Your husband is coming with you to the hotel, huh? Yeah. What did you tell your husband? Well, I'm going to pretend I won a travel voucher in a sweepstakes. But you made the reservation today, right? Yes, but I forced him to bring them in. So you don't know anything about your husband's situation. I see. It's not really a sweepstakes, it's a mom's club trip. It would be bad if they found out I just came on a flight. Then why did you bring your husband? You have a holiday weekend starting today, right? If I make my husband take care of the kids and travel alone, he'll just say something. So this time you went with your whole family. Yeah. Even if it's a company trip, I wonder if travel expenses can be paid in a combined amount. You can't do that. If you do that, my husband will get fired. I paid for my accommodations in advance to begin with. Advance payment? Oh my god. Why won't you tell me what's important? I thought I was supposed to pay later. No, it's none of your business. That's why I didn't tell you. What should I do? It looks like a suite here costs $1,500, and I don't have that much money. Please, lend me the money? I can't. I can't afford that kind of money either. Oh, that's right. Don't you have extra money for company trips or something? Tell your husband you have extra money. Can you tell them to turn it over to me? You want my husband to get fired? You can't do that. You pay your own travel expenses. If I could do it, I wouldn't ask you for advice. I'll pay you back later. Just lend me the money. You're so stubborn. If you don't have the money, why don't you just explain the situation to your husband and ask him to pay for it? If you don't feel comfortable explaining it, I can talk you through it. No! Then, can you explain it yourself? After all, money is... I'm not lending it to you. By tomorrow's checkout at the latest, explain it to your husband. No way! The next day. Lillian, good morning. Are you still at the hotel? I'm here. What's wrong? Good. Actually, it turned out to be a ridiculous amount of money, and I don't think we can pay for it. Yes? By the way, how much did it cost? Well, I ordered room service all over the place, so that's about $5,000. Wait a minute. You've talked to your husband, right? I haven't had the chance to talk to him, so I haven't said anything yet. About the fact that you treated yourself to room service, even though you didn't have any money? Because it's a luxury hotel. I got carried away. It's appalling. Please, I'll do anything. Could you please lend me some money? You know what? I told you I couldn't afford even $1,500, and yet how could I lend you $5,000? I don't have that much money. Then maybe you could ask another employee? Even if you can't, maybe someone from the managerial level or something could pay? Then why don't you negotiate directly with them? We don't know each other, so there's no way I can do that. They'll think I'm weird. I'm with you on that. Even if my husband works for the company, I don't really have anything to do with it. What should I do? I won't be able to pay if I'm like this. We're running out of time before we check out. Can't be helped. Hold on a second. What? What are you going to do? Lillian? 20 minutes later. It looks like your husband will pay for it. Huh? Don't tell me you told my husband. Yes. You were going to get in trouble with the hotel, otherwise. I explained the situation to your husband when I was messaging you online. I happened to see your husband coming out of his room. I never wanted him to find out. What you did was so unnecessary. Did he get mad? He's furious. Hasn't he come back yet? Not yet. That man can be a pain when he's angry, you know. He's very strict, especially when it comes to money. But you can't afford not to make payments, can you? And for the time being, you've avoided getting the police involved. That's good, isn't it? Nothing good about that. My husband is back. Wow, he's staring at me like crazy. Is it now time for a talking through? Well, it looks like the problem is solved. Now, if you'll excuse me. The next day. Oh my god! Yesterday was fun until the middle of the day. Because of you, we had one hell of a trip. He told me the next time I do something wrong, I'll have to live with my in-laws, no questions asked, and that I'm supposed to pay back half of the travel expenses that he had to pay for within 6 months. I feel so horrible. I had so many notifications, but turns out it was you, huh? It's your fault for what happened yesterday. I don't think I'm the one to blame. That's not true. You're part of the Moms Club, so usually it makes sense for you to help me, right? Especially because I treat you so well. That's a very superior attitude. If I had to say it, it was only because I just felt like trying to be nice to you. Huh? Because isn't it? Even though we never invited you to come eat out and go on trips with us, you say that you wanted to go, and then followed us, right? Even though we're in the same Moms Club, it's your fault for leaving me out. In the first place, just because our kids go to the same school doesn't mean that we're good friends. Terrible! So terrible! You still say bad things about me? I didn't say anything bad, you know? That's right. While you're here online, I need to talk to you about something. What? When will you return that money we have advanced? I'm not in the mood for that right now. It's not a lot of money, so you should be able to handle it. You say it's no big deal, but do you know how much it will cost? I don't remember every single one of those. Well, maybe $100 at most. Not at all. That totals up to $800. That much? That's a lot, don't you think? We even kept our receipts. I totaled them up and it came to $800. Of course you'll pay it back, right? It's impossible right now. Even if you say you can't, the other moms have been waiting for so long, you know. Then you should pay for it. Why don't you just pay the other moms? Of course I'm not going to give it back. So you're sure you don't intend to return the money? There's no way I'm returning it. In the first place, you're telling me to give back the money that you already intended to give away, right? You're wrong if you think you're going to get it back. And I don't have any savings right now. I can't return it because I don't have the money. Okay. I'm glad you understand. Well, more importantly, when will you pay me the $3,000 in alimony? What? What is the $3,000 for? You gave me a run for my money yesterday, didn't you? I'm talking about settlement charges. I'll forgive you if you give me $3,000. Are you serious? You're kidding, right? Of course I'm serious. Do you know what settlement means? If I were to claim settlement from you, I'd be able to do it. But in your case, it doesn't make any sense. That's not true. Because of what you did, I got hurt and yelled at by my husband. So I have a right to do it. Don't I? I'm sure you'd be pissed if you asked me for money again. And you still want me to pay? No. You'll be fine as long as he doesn't know. And my husband has to go on a business trip today on short notice. So you can't even report it to him. Oh yeah? I'll call him online then, if that's the case. Huh? How do you know his contact info? During the trip yesterday, he gave it to me in case something went wrong. Is that so? I didn't expect it to be so useful so soon. Wait a minute! Don't tell my husband anything! Lillian? 30 minutes later. You really contacted my husband, huh? Have you heard anything from him? I got a lot of angry messages online. Because of you, I'll be moving in together with my in-laws. What are you going to do about it? I'd feel safer if you lived with them, though. What? If I do that, I won't be able to be myself. From our point of view, we are very lucky. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you don't want to hang out with me anymore? Yes. Hey! You should be a little disappointed. From our side, in the first place, we never invited you. What if you realize you're not welcome? That's so mean. At any rate, it looks like your husband is paying for it. That's good. That money is mine. I won't let you have it. How could that be? Of course, it's my husband's money. His money is mine. You have no right to receive it. I am appalled at you. As soon as I receive the money, I'll keep my distance from you. Huh? By distance, do you mean quit being friends? Well, I guess that's that. In the first place, I never considered you a friend. So horrible. I don't get along with you anyways, so that's fine. I'll tell the other moms that you're harassing me. Why don't you go ahead? I'm sure no one will believe you. Huh? The other moms say that they'll stop talking to you. That's a lie, right? It's true. Some of them have already blocked you online. What? Come to think of it, it was a little while ago or so. I had a couple of mom friends who never replied to me online. You really mean I got blocked? I see. People have gotten sick and tired of you, you know? Even the other moms clubs know that you're a bringer of bad luck, so it might be hard for you to make friends. What do you mean? There's no mistake, right? Obviously, we had to make you pay our money back because you won't even try to return it. Who would want to associate with such an insane person? So, if I give the money back right away, you'll continue being friends with me? In your case, there's no trust, so I find it hard to be friends with you. Oh, no. Then from now on, I can't eat or travel together with the other moms? That's right. If you insist on coming like what you did the other day, you'll end up being disliked even more, so you shouldn't do that. I won't do it again. So can you please stop making me feel like a loner? I'll apologize to everyone. I just need you to keep me in the club. Of course, you have to apologize. But in order for you to gain everyone's trust, I think you'll have to change yourself first. Besides, the way you are now is not good for your child's upbringing. How do I change it? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Besides, you're going to be living with your in-laws, right? If you can be a kind daughter-in-law, you should be fine. I'm sure they'll teach you how to be polite. I don't want to live with them. Please, convince my husband so that I don't have to live with my in-laws. I don't want to. I'm all for you moving in with his in-laws, actually. My parents-in-law are 100 times tougher people than you can imagine, you know? Don't you feel sorry for me? I don't think so at all. Terrible. Why are you so cold? Maybe because I don't really care about you. You don't give a care? Well, then from now on, don't contact me online about anything unnecessary ever again. I won't reply unless I think it's important. So you'll stop being friends with me after all? I've said it many times. We were never friends in the first place. Oh no. Changing your ways as an adult is hard, but good luck. Wait a minute! Lillian? Aftermath. After that, Addison continued to message me online, but when I kept ignoring her, either she gave up or she just stopped contacting me altogether. Shortly after that, Addison has started living with her in-laws. Since they started living together, it seems that her behavior is being monitored by her mother-in-law. I see her shopping from time to time. Her mother-in-law is always next to her. Addison was so quiet that it's as if she had turned into a completely different person. She must be very disciplined with them. We, on the other hand, no longer have to deal with Addison's stubborn and selfish ways. We are able to go on our days peacefully. From now on, we will be able to enjoy traveling and eating out without any worries.